And we are live. Hey, folks. Hope you had a good holiday, festive Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. We're here to do a very Transformers Christmas using Renegade Game Studios Transformers RPG rules. Our GM is Mr. Jacob Blackman, who's actually been a freelancer for Renegade. Jacob, how are you doing?
I am well.
Hope you had a good Christmas. I hope Santa brought you some nice things.
I actually have received no gifts this year, but thanks are appreciated just as well.
I will remedy that situation immediately, sir.
There's no need, but well wishes are always appreciated.
And playing alongside me tonight is Mr. Scott Crossan from here in Colorado. Scott, how are you?
I am well, thank you.
And you will be portraying the role of Bumblebee.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite little bot, little yellow bot.
Will you be speaking in a normal voice, or will you be imitating radio broadcasts, like in the Michael Bay movie?
I would leave that up to the GM.
You do not have to use radio voice. You can talk normally. You've had access to Ratchet long enough to get what Blitzwing did to you back in '87 fixed.
Yeah, but it's much more fun that way.
That's entirely up to you and how you want to play it.
Okay.
And I will be playing Cosmos.
So,
yeah.
Cosmos. He hides on Earth as a flying saucer.
In my continuity, once Cosmos is unearthed from the Ark, he is the Autobots' communications satellite. So that's why he looks the way he does. He's pretending to be a satellite in space.
I hope I get to come down to Earth for this adventure. We will see.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, it'll be kind of lonely. Scott's just on his own, and I'm like, well, best of luck, sir.
Well, we are still hoping that we will get our third to join us soon. We have poked Owen, but he is often very busy. So we're hoping he'll show up, but we do not know for certain.
That's fair. Do we want to give him a minute before we jump in?
Yeah, I can give people a general. I've got a bunch of exposition to get through. So that'll get him some time to show up and to join us. This is going to be a holiday one-shot for the Transformers role-playing game. This is using the Essence 20 system by Renegade Game Studios. I have worked for them as a freelancer on projects such as the Transformers 1 movie sourcebook, as well as the G.I. Joe Hawks personnel files for the G.I. Joe RPG. Both of those were very fun projects to work on, and I'm glad to have my name and the opportunity to get to work with those. So this particular one shot takes place in my campaign universe, which I have generally dubbed as the Energon Wars. I have run several of these for various different groups, including a G.I. Joe RPG, which we ran just like a month ago. Where these fine folks played an undercover a G.I. Joe team that was undercover infiltrating Cobra, only to discover that Cobra was being provided new energy weapons by strange robots who could alter their form.
They were also mobile, so I think here on G.I. Joe we decided to call them Go Bots. I don't know if the name will stick yet. We'll see.
The name did not stick because over time, G.I. Joe would come to make an alliance with one faction of these robots who call themselves Transformers.
What? Okay.
They come from a planet known as Cybertron, so you can also refer to them as Cybertronians. But they refer to themselves as Transformers in the same way that humans don't call ourselves Earthlings or Terrans. We call ourselves humans. They call themselves Transformers. It's the name of their species. But G.I. Joe made an alliance with the Autobots, and through that alliance created the Mask Initiative, which was to help keep Cybertronian technology out of the hands of criminals and terrorist organizations like Cobra. They were only so successful because over the course of the next decade, through things that Bumblebee would be investigating, because you're part of the covert intelligence arm of the Autobots. You would have eventually discovered, along with Jazz and Grimlock, a massive conspiracy where the Decepticons had been using Pretender technology to assume the identities and replace numerous individuals across the world in governments, businesses, corporate levels, law enforcement, military. It was massive how big the infiltration was. But through your allies with G.I. Joe, you were able to uncover the conspiracy and reveal it for what it was. This was one large step into exposing Cybertronians on Earth. And it was after that, it was rather difficult to be robots in disguise. It created a short era of paranoia, and people didn't know who to trust. Shortly after that, in 1997, that's 10 years after the events of the game that I ran previously, the Decepticons cyber-formed Manhattan Island in an event known as the Devastation, named after the video game, because that's generally the events that happened. Using an artifact known as the Ferrotaxis, they were able to manipulate the Insecticons to consume base matter and use it, much like building a hive, to cyberform the entire island of Manhattan, which they dubbed New Cybertron, and have been using as their base and fortifications since. They claimed the city for themselves, and it was then revealed that the government's head scientist and researcher of Cybertronians, a man by the name of Dr. Archivile, was in fact another Decepticon agent. And he used his ability with his cybernetic augmentations to hack the energy grid and detonated several nuclear power plants in the area, making the region around Manhattan virtually uninhabitable by humans with the nuclear fallout. As such, it has crippled the military structure to retaliate, and most of the fighting has been forced to be done by the Autobots to keep the Decepticons within their confines. 1 year after that event, the world leaders got together in a summit and decided they were no longer willing to sit back and let the Transformers decide the fate of Earth. With a unanimous vote, the world leaders authorized the initiation of Operation Liberation, which ordered all world powers to militarize and begin a unified assault against the Decepticons. G.I. Joe and its related forces from other nations, such as the European Union's Action Force and the Russians' October Guard, were all dissolved and reformed as the Earth Defense Command. So for the last several months, it has been the Autobots, aided by the Earth Defense Command, fighting a pretty heavy war against the Decepticons in order to try to finally force them off of Earth. We're coming to the end of the year 1997. It's December. It's coming to later December, which is getting into a holiday season where many of you who have Earth friends, especially Bumblebee, with his connections to the Witwicky family, Spike, his wife, Charlie. A couple of years ago, they separated. They celebrated the birth of their child, Daniel, who would be 4 years old now. So Spike is currently a soldier in the EDC. Charlie works alongside Autobots as an engineer, helping adapt Cybertronian technology with Earth technology to better help people, in their day-to-day lives. It's a slow-going process, but it was one of the agreements that was made between the Autobots and the nations of Earth for the Alliance. But as it's getting towards the holiday season, many of you know the celebrations that are had during the season, the importance of Christmas, especially to human morale and their resolve. And you know that it is normally a joyous occasion, but the war's been bloody. The war's been fraught. And Optimus Prime gathers several of you together into his meeting room on the Ark to suggest a goodwill mission. So, yes, the Decepticons are trying to end Christmas. Bumblebee is called in because you have a strong relation to humans, and of course you are one of the head scouts for the Autobots. And Cosmos, you're also alerted to come in because they think you'll be able to help with this.
Reporting for duty, sir.
It's good to see you. The both of you. Prime puts his hands on your shoulders, gives you both a nod. You feel his resolve and comfort in his touch and the strength he has, while also knowing he's as fragile as anyone. He feels the empathy of what's going on all around the world.
I apologize for being a little cold since I just came down from orbit, and I pull out an ice scraper. I'm trying to work some of the atmospheric ice off my lower limbs.
Quite understandable. I'm hoping you'll have the opportunity to stretch your legs as it is. This is an important time of year for our human allies. It is something that we've all come to realize with our connection with Spike and his family, as well as numerous other humans whom we have befriended over the last several years that we have been here. Christmas time is a time for reflection for them. And it's also a time where they get together with each other to reflect on their love for one another. And one of the things they celebrate is by giving gifts to show their appreciation. For those who are fighting on the front line, our allies in the Earth Defense Command, many of their friends and families have prepared gift packages for them with presents, foods, and snacks. And I have made the gesture that we will deliver these packages to the soldiers on the front line.
Winning the war on Christmas.
And I am hoping that you will be able to take them and provide them safely without interference from the Decepticons, who I'm sure will attempt to intercept you to demoralize the soldiers.
You can count on us.
That's good to hear. I was hoping there might be more, but our lines are stretched a little thin. However, if you have in mind anyone to help accompany you on your trip, let me know, and you'll have my blessing to have their aid on you, with you on your trip.
Jetfire could be handy.
Yeah.
Jetfire? All right.
Also, Metroplex.
Metroplex has not yet been rebuilt in the timeline. He's still got a few years before he's up and running.
I kind of tried to adjust my neck. Still having a little problem with the new voice vocabulator.
Well, if you need, be sure to check in with Ratchet before you leave to make sure you're in top shape.
I'll be fine.
But if you're looking for the biggest Autobot, Omega Supreme is right outside.
Could we get him dressed up in perhaps appropriate Terran garb, so it would be even more morale enhancing? I understand this holiday revolves around either Santa or Jesus, perhaps both. If we could maybe swaddle him in red clothes.
Prime cannot help but chuckle at the idea. I do not believe we have the time nor the resources to dress up Omega Supreme. But
that's why we should go for Jesus. As a little baby Jesus in swaddling clothes, just give me a couple of bath towels, some bed sheets. And I think that would really bring morale to our human allies if they could see a giant robot baby Jesus coming towards them on the battlefield carrying care packages. I think we're weaponizing human goodwill and human hope here. I think that's what this is all about, don't you?
Well, as one of our communications experts, if you want to broadcast Christmas music during your trip, I'm certainly going to encourage that. I don't know what I can tell you about dressing Omega Supreme as baby Jesus. I'm not sure that's going to be something we can accomplish in such short order.
My suggestion is Grimlock and the Dinobots, due to the fact that Grimlock's going to be all over Christmas.
I can only authorize you to take one other. Most of the troops have been deployed, so you will need to make a decision. We have other operations planned, and I will need the numbers.
My vote is Grimlock. Bring the big guy.
I will bow to your operational wisdom since you spend more time on the ground.
Partially because if we don't bring him, we will never hear the end of it.
Can we dress him as Baby Jesus?
I'm sure he'll wear a Santa Claus hat.
Okay, that seems like
Tell him that he's the king of Christmas. He'll be all over it.
That seems like a crash commercialization, but if that's what the mission calls for, I'll go with it.
You don't hang out with Grim much, do you?
I am usually in low Earth orbits, so I hang out with other satellites.
You will have to convince Grimlock, of course. But like I said, you'll have my blessing. With Optimus Prime's blessing, he will give you a boon, which is an edge on your next persuasion skill test to help convince whomever you decide to go with you on your mission.
Oh,
So,
this will be.
are you going to attempt to contact Grimlock?
Yes.
Okay. So you will open communication to where the Grimlock where the Dinobots are currently stationed, and Grimlock will answer.
Hey, big guy.
What you want?
You need to help us save Christmas.
What?
You know, Christmas, what the humans celebrate this time of year.
Oh, that thing. Yeah. Never really understood why it was so important. Doesn't involve enough smashing.
You might get to smash some stuff. Plus,
if you can promise smashing, I might be interested.
Smashing, and you'll be king of Christmas.
King, you say?
Yes.
Give me a persuasion check. You have an edge.
That so give the roll an extra d20.
2d20. Take the better plus your persuasion die.
So that's a 24.
A 24. That beats the 19 you needed to convince him. And yeah. All right. Okay. Have my crown ready when I arrive.
And I'm already working on it. I've got a crown of thorns, as is appropriate for the King of Christmas. I've got an 80-foot long white robe with, I believe the traditional garb is a red sash on the right shoulder going down to the left. The humans are going to love this.
I was thinking something more Santa Claus, not Jesus.
He said the King of Christmas.
Yes, I hold up a thing. Santa Claus.
See. Okay. We'll go with
not
that.
Insulting to humans, insulting to humans.
I think I know. I've been watching thousands of hours of the 700 Club while I'm up in orbit, sir. I think I know a little bit about the subject. So.
Look, Snoop Dogg taught me when he saved Christmas last year.
Okay, we'll do it your way, Bumblebee.
Plus, red's more his color.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, the Grimlock will be teleported to your location via land bridge. And yeah, you will have access to one big giant Grimlock. He is going to be on your team as a contact. Now, the contact rules, what they let you do is they let you have NPCs join you, but you're still pretty much the stars of the show. The contact is there. They can help you, but they don't really act in the turn in the same way you do. They have a certain amount of allegiance points. In this case, Grimlock has 3 allegiance points. And each round, what you can do is use one of his contact perks, and each one costs a different amount of allegiance points to have him do things. When he's out of allegiance points, he can't help you anymore. You have used up all your favors with him. So like I said, he has 3 allegiance points. For 1 allegiance point, Grimlock will rampage. That means you as a PC can make a might-based attack as a free action after performing any standard action. For 2 allegiance points, he can munch metal. He deals 2 points of damage to any threat on the field. And for 3 allegiance points, he can do a terrifying roar. That means that you as the PCs can use intimidation in place of any other social-based skill test until the end of the scene.
Can we evaluate which way Grimlock is more intimidating, dressed up as Santa or as a religious figure?
He just wants a crown. He doesn't. If you put the suit on me, it'll get in the way of me smashing and biting. Just give me a crown.
We give him the red hat with the white pom-pom at the end and tell him it's the Christmas crown.
Perfect.
Okay.
He now has a Santa hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this pleases Grimlock. So, is that big giant thing what we're taking? He stares at the huge package.
Yes.
Did you call me here for manual labor?
No, that's why we have Cosmos here.
Oh, good boy. He pats you on the back, Cosmos.
We do have to help Cosmos though.
Ah, right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I found some appropriate art for this adventure.
Because we need to help him save Christmas. See? He's got his sweater on. He's got his hat.
I can't transform in this thing.
Yes, but you're what the humans call adorable.
Grimlock is always adorable.
The humans will love you.
Good. Like they should. Grimlock is strongest. Grimlock is beloved. So, with 1 Dinobot in tow...
Are we in the age of Transformers where we just get into a jet, maybe our friend, and fly over there?
You do have shuttles on the Ark.
Good.
You can load up, if you want, you can requisition and load up a shuttle with all the packages and supplies and take off.
Excellent.
I'd say it's time to get going. What's the shuttle's name?
These particular shuttles are not sentient. They are just shuttles. But if you want, you can name them.
If you want to name it, Mike.
Your mic is you're muted there, Mike.
We want to call it Jesus' Glorious Chariot of Christmas celebration or the Santa sled?
Santa sled.
Why do you keep turning down every option to acknowledge human religious traditions? I don't understand.
Because I've hung out with humans longer.
Okay, fair enough. So we load up Santa Sled Mark V and head for the battlefield, which is where?
That is across the. That is on the other side of the nation. The Ark is in Mount St. Hilary, which is located in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
New Cybertron, which is the cyber-formed New York City, Manhattan, other side of the continent, East Coast.
But
this is a Cybertronian shuttle. It's only going to take a couple of hours to fly.
Okay. Okay.
Well, you're going to be there in 1 or 2 hours.
I feel like we're Marvel characters flying to the Savage Land right now. You know what always happens when they go to the Savage Land?
A pterodactyl smashes their ship and causes them to crash land.
Yes.
For some reason, pterodactyls hate all forms of air travel.
So just so that my companions can fully enjoy and embrace the spirit of Christmas, I am streaming on repeat Mele Kalikimaka by Jimmy Buffett in the cabin of the Santa sled.
Hold on.
What?
I will interrupt that with All I Want for Christmas Is You. Followed by Wham!
Last Christmas,
and then followed by Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock.
I approve. This is an appropriate Earth time activity. Seasonal Earth-based activity. And we're flying.
And you're flying. Okay. I assume you're going to want to try to come in under the Decepticons' radar.
Yes.
For this, you will need to use driving in place of your stealth check or infiltration check. So, I'm going to roll for the Decepticons' security net.
You might have to drive.
As you approach the area, please don't die.
I won't die.
All right, so under speed of 10, I have driving in parentheses aerial plus D6.
Cool.
That means, you roll all the dice. So you have a D6. So you roll a D6, a D4, and a D2.
So a D4, a D6,
and you take whichever of those you want, in addition to your D20.
All right, so.
And if any of them roll the max number on their die, you get a critical.
All right, so I rolled a 1 on the D2, a 2 on the D4, a 5 on the D6. So I guess I take 5. And I add that to the 8 I rolled on the D20.
Okay. So you got a 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Decepticon security net rolled a 21 to spot you. So, as you are attempting to fly in under the radar, the shuttle will receive an alert that you have 3 interceptors merging on your location.
All right, I guess I need to try to evade them with a flying roll. Can I get any kind of boost from spending Energon points?
Energon points can be spent in a number of ways. Usually they're spent to activate some of the powers and abilities you have. Just a moment. Let me see how they can help you with your skills. I know I have it listed here somewhere. Here we go. Energon points. There you also have story points. Okay. You can use an Energon point to gain an upshift on a skill test. So yes, you can turn that D6 into a D8. And like I said, because you're specialized, you can then roll all those dice.
All right, then let's upshift the D6 to a D8.
Okay, you burn that Energon point.
All right, I got a 3 on the D8 and a 15 on the D20 for a total of 18.
Did you roll the D6 and D4 and D2 as well?
I did.
Okay. And that's what you got?
That's what I got, combined 18.
Okay. You engage in evasive maneuvers. They are going to attempt to continue to intercept you with their own flying. Ooh. He got a 16. So, there is some juking and jiving, moving and diving. You currently have the upper hand.
Okay.
What are you going to do while he is engaging in evasive maneuvers, Bumblebee?
We got some guns on this thing.
There are guns on the shuttle.
Jump on one of the guns.
Okay. You have if you do not have targeting, which I don't believe you do.
No.
You can attempt to use the shuttle's targeting by using its targeting computer. The shuttle has a targeting of a D6.
Excellent. I'm going to try to shoot at one of these interceptors. Hey, that's not bad.
Do you want to shoot the red one, the blue one, or the white one?
I want to shoot the blue one.
Okay.
I got a 20.
You got a 20. That will hit. So you will deal a point of damage to Dirge. Yeah, as they come in closer, you can see that the three interceptors coming upon you are the Seekers, Thrust, Dirge, and Ramjet.
Ringo? No Ringo.
Three bogeys. Name them off.
Like to acknowledge our commenter, David Henby, 6746. Hey, Dave.
Hello. Hope you're enjoying the show.
So
since it appears we're going into initiative, I'm going to ask people to roll initiative.
And how do you roll for initiative in the Transformers RPG?
In order to, there is an initiative skill which should be listed as a speed skill. If you do not have the initiative skill, then you roll with a snag, which means you roll 2d20 and take the lower.
All right, I got speed 10 with initiative plus D2.
Okay, so give me a d20 plus a d2.
Okay.
I do not have that one.
Okay, that means you will roll with a snag, Bumblebee.
Okay,
Yeah, cool.
And I apologize.
Combined 16.
I roll the 2d20, take the lowest.
That is correct.
Okay. That is not unfortunate because I only got my lowest was a 12.
12? Okay. I pre-rolled for the Decepticons, so let me get these in order here. Just a moment. 12 Bumblebee, 10 Ramjet, and Grimlock goes on initiative count 0. That is when, if you want him to use one, if you want to use one of his contact abilities, initiative count 0 is when you get to choose what that is, and any of you can, and either any of you can choose what that is, and then it goes off when your turn happens, depending
What are
on
our
what you've
options
chosen.
again for alliance or
Uh,
contact abilities?
for Grimlock's contact perks, for 1 point, you can rampage, meaning you can make a might attack as a free action after performing any standard action. So a standard action includes an attack. So if you've attacked, you can then make another attack with a might base that's punching or kicking or something melee as a free action. For 2 allegiance points, he can munch metal, dealing 2 points of damage to 1 enemy.
But we're in the air and he can't
Yes.
fly.
That means like he'll hop on a gun and shoot someone, or get up on the hole and breathe fire. He'll do something that will result in causing them damage.
That sounds good to me. B, what do you think?
I think we hold off on him for just a little bit.
But you won't be able to decide that until initiative count 0. Yeah. Top of the round. Thrust gets to go first. Thrust will fly in, targeting the shuttle, attempting to disable your engines by blasting it with a swarm of mini missiles. Now, you rolled decent on your evasive maneuvers when that was called for, so I'm going to give him a snag on his attack. And I have grabbed the wrong die. So, with a snag, he only rolls a 7, which will not. You will manage to fly and dive and evade the swarm of mini missiles with your evasive maneuvers. Excellent flying, Cosmos. That brings us to Cosmos on 16.
I'm guessing I don't have any weapons since I'm piloting the ship. So, do you want another evasive roll?
You can with your action. You can either actually no. You can pilot the ship as a move action. So technically, you can shoot back as a standard action. Yes.
Do I get any advantage if I don't shoot back and I just focus on the evasive maneuvers?
The evasive maneuvers will make it so that he still continues to suffer a snag on his attack rolls.
Okay, so
because by using evasive maneuvers, you're effectively using the defend action, which gives attacks against you snag. Yeah.
All right, so that's rolling the D20, the D6, and the D2, right? Or D4, D6, D2, and D20.
For flying, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Looks like that's a 6 on the D6 and a 3 on the D20.
Okay. And that totals. I'm looking at other things. Please give me a total.
Oh, sorry. Oh, 9 total.
A 9 total. Okay. Okay. I will keep that in mind for the future. Where is my... Oh, I am looking at the wrong book. I want this book. That will have the information I'm looking for. Thank you. Okay. Yes, thrilling radio, I know. Okay. That was Cosmos's turn. That will bring us to Dirge, who has taken some damage. Dirge is going to attempt to activate his Fearsome Rumble, because the thing he's all about is making people scared. So he flies close and activates his jet engines intended to induce fear in those that hear them. So he screams across your hull like a TIE fighter. So intimidation. He's got specialty in this. And okay. What is the better of either of your willpower or cleverness, Bumblebee?
Willpower plus cleverness. Hold on. Mine is 8 willpower 18, cleverness 17. So
okay. And for Cosmos?
Willpower is 18 and cleverness is 16. So
okay. So he rolled an 18, so he succeeds by meeting your 18, Cosmos. He also rolled a critical success, so he gets an additional round of this. Cosmos, you are frightened of Dirge, which means anything you do that targets Dirge, you are going to be penalized as long as you can still see and interact with him for the next 2 rounds.
Understood.
Bumblebee, normally he would have hit your willpower as well. However, you have fearless, meaning you are immune to the frightened condition.
yep.
So you suffer no penalties. That is the end of Dirge's turn. Bumblebee, it is your turn.
All right.
Terrifying enemies. Ha 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 ha. Yeah.
I'm going to shoot back at him.
Okay.
That's not going to be as good. That's only going to be a 9.
Only a 9? That will not hit, unfortunately.
See, there's the mistake. You had me rolling dice.
Yes. Okay. Keep in mind you can do things like aim, which gives you for each free action up to 3, you can aim, and it gives you an upshift to your attack roll.
Okay, I will do that next.
Reminding you of your options,
Thank
just
you.
in case you have forgotten some of them from the last time we've played.
Thank you. I haven't played this system very much, so.
That'll bring us to Ramjet, who, as he does for his namesake, is gonna attempt to ram your shuttle with his big giant nose cone.
All right, can I dodge it?
You have made your evasive maneuver, so it's just going to be his dice roll with a snag. All right, fly by attack. He rolls a d8. Oh, he has specialized in aerial. So just a moment. Oh, what a terrible roll. No crits, and the total will be 10. So, no, he will not. You know Ramjet's tactics. You know he's all about smashing into things. So when you see him lining up, you just dive right out of the way. In the background, Grimlock goes skidding across the plates for the comedy relief.
Alrighty.
That's Ramjet on initiative count 0. Do you want Grimlock to use any of his contact perks?
I'm still willing to hold him. Do you want to hold him, or do you want to use him?
We can hold him. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. New round thrust. Thrust. Yes, Kitty, I know. Thrust is going to attempt to use his ability to tactically coordinate his allies and hopefully make them attack you better. He's like, all right, it's a standard Autobot shuttle. It can only do so much. Dirge, do this. Ramjet, do something other than what you normally do. It's predictable. So he is going to coordinate with...
Hey, Jacob, I will be right back, okay?
He's going to coordinate with a persuasion skill test. Okay. And that is a 19. He will get them to listen to him. And they will get some benefits, which include that on their next turns. So, Thrust has motivated them to be better. And unfortunately, it's now Cosmos' turn. Vamp, 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 vamp. I have a cat who's yelling at me for attention because I'm the only one home at the moment. My roommate, who's usually here, is off with friends, having fun without me, because I'm supposed to be doing this. So, Scott, while we got you here, is there any questions or things you might want to know in regards to the system, your character, stuff we can talk about while Cosmos is gone?
I'm learning the system. It's just taking me a while.
Yeah.
It is. I have taken it upon myself to start learning new systems.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a one-trick pony, but it is taking. It's taken a while.
Yeah. So yeah, you have the option of multiple meta mechanics besides energon points. You also have story points.
How many do we have of those?
You currently have 4 story points because you started the game with 3, and then when we transitioned into the new scene, which is you flying, you gained a new story point.
Okay.
But you can use story points to you can gain story points when you like fumble on a skill test, do particularly cool action and exciting stuff, make ingenious ideas that result in moving the plot forward, particularly good role playing, all that sort of thing. So yeah. If you want to use a story point, you can do that to reroll any die result of 1. So if any of your dice come up as a 1, you can reroll that. Roll a skill test as if you are specialized. Add +5 to a defense before dice are rolled, or a +1 to a defense after the dice are rolled, just in case you think they might be able to get you. Gain temporary access to a major piece of equipment or tool useful for a scene. Get a clue when jumped.
Mm-hmm.
Or there are particular special rules that might require the expenditure of a story point. Some of your class abilities or special abilities as a Cybertronian require use of story point. Energon points can be used similarly. You can gain a upshift on a skill test. You can ignore snag with a die roll. If you have been reduced to 0 health, you can spend an energon point to function normally for 1d2 rounds. I used that once when one of my bad guys had been incapacitated, and they were just a movement away from escaping through a space bridge. And they were just shot all to hell. So it's like, and he spends an energon point and just crawls his way through the space bridge and escapes.
Yeah.
As a standard action, you can regenerate an energon point in another character within your reach.
Cool.
And you can activate particularly powerful perks, equipment, and other effects as described under your own rules. For example, I know that if you spend an energon point, you can turn invisible.
Yes, I did see that. That's still think it's real cool that we've got we've got a good Transformers RPG,
Mm-hmm.
good G.I. Joe RPG.
I love the fact that they're completely compatible with each other.
Yes.
They work on the exact same scale, and you can have all the vehicles, and in terms of Power Rangers, the mecha, and they all work all together. And then if you want, you can throw in ponies.
You know, one more person says that I should throw in ponies to things. They're getting the Terror ponies from TMNT, which is
Lord.
like the Terror Bears, only ponies.
Oh, Lord. Okay. We have vamped long enough. It is Cosmos's turn.
Go, Cosmos, go.
All right, what's the situation?
Before your turn, Thrust, using his ability to dole out tactics, has inspired his two companions to do better on their next turns. So they will be making their checks with upshifts when they go on their actions.
Okay. So am I still making evasive rolls to?
That depends on you. What do you want to do?
Seems like the best use of my time since I'm the pilot. So that was D6, D8.
You could attempt to smash into them with your shuttle. It does have a flyby attack.
Really? Are they close enough I can hit them all?
It does not, unless you have some special ability that says otherwise, like Ramjet does. He has the plow ability. Ramjet can use his flyby attack on up to 3 people if they are within his movement. Unfortunately, you do not have that ability, so you can only ram one of them.
Okay. And if I'm ramming, somebody else has to. Well, I guess I'm still piloting if I'm ramming. So
yeah.
All right. How much damage can the shuttle take?
The ramming someone does not deal damage to the shuttle. This is like, using your car to side clip someone. Or you know how to maneuver, so you will hit them with a part of the shuttle that you're not going to miss.
Boy, I'm glad the shuttle's not alive. Sorry about your foot, Bob. We'll get you a new one when we get back to base. All right, what do I roll for this attack?
It's your driving.
Okay, the things I have been rolling for the last. All right, so.
Yes, ramming and flyby attacks use driving.
All right, so my speed is 10. Underneath that, I have driving aerial plus D6. So we're rolling a D20. Can I reroll the D20? That's not an energy point.
You can if it rolled a 1, you can use a skill point to re-roll it.
It's just a 4. So okay, I got a 4 on the D6. You said I could upshift it and roll an 8 instead if I wanted to?
That is correct.
All right, let's try that. See if. How do I roll 3 4s in a row? That seems statistically unlikely, right?
It can happen.
All right, so I got a total of 8, depending on which dice you want to put together there.
Okay. Unfortunately, they are just far too maneuverable for you, being much smaller targets than your shuttle.
I was afraid of that. So, all right.
So, the diving continues as we move to Dirge. Who is going to unleash a concussion missile upon your shuttle.
Okay.
And he's just going to do this normally. He got an upshift, so he's going to roll with a D8. And an 11, unfortunately, will miss.
Well, that's not unfortunate. That's okay. All right.
So missile goes flying right by you. And that's one of his missiles. He's only got 2 of those. Boom, marked off. And Bumblebee.
All right, I'm on aim with my 2 free actions per turn.
Okay. So that'll give you 2 upshifts.
Yeah, that's a D10. Let's take a shot at this bad boy.
Which one are you shooting?
I'm trying to shoot Dirge with a 12.
Dirge? Okay. Uh, 12 will unfortunately miss him. The Seekers are fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike, we might need to pull Grimlock out of storage here.
I'm on board with that plan.
Ramjet goes next. Ramjet will do what he's been told and not just try to smash into you. He will unload. He will attempt to strafe the bridge with blaster fire. Pew 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 pew. Oh. That was a natural 20 for a total of 26. Luckily for you, the 20 does not critical. Only the skill die criticals. So, which he did not roll the maximum on the skill die. So he will deal a point of damage to the ship. Your ship has 5 health, of which it has taken 1.
Okay.
And that brings us to 0, where you can activate a Grimlock ability.
So what is him breathing fire on something?
You spend 2 of his 3 allegiance point, and he just unleashes damage on someone.
Are we okay with that?
You get to choose who he targets.
Are we okay with that, Mike?
Let's do it.
All right, I spend the 2, or we spend the 2, and he unleashes on the Decepticon leader here.
Okay, so that's going to be thrust.
Mm-hmm.
Thrust. Okay. Thrust will just take 2 points of damage. He hates that. He hates that a whole lot. So yeah, Grimlock will open up the side door panel that is normally used to access the shuttle. Tracks where they're going and just Godzilla flames thrust at an opportune moment, and you just watch as he catches on fire. He hates it. He hates life. 2 points of damage is kind of horrific in this system. And yeah. So, new round. Thrust is going to rethink his life. He has suffered damage. So he needs to make a morale check. Does that get his own willpower and cleverness? Yes, it does. Okay. Thrust has succeeded his morale, so he's decided he's going to stay in the fight. Despite taking a full brunt of Grimlock's fire breath. He is going to attempt to retaliate against Grimlock with a laser blast. Grimlock gets cover from the ship, so the blast is done with some downshifts, which means the attack is rolling a d6 instead of the d8. Oh wait, so it's 2 downshifts for cover, so that's a d4. Never mind. So yeah, that is going to hit the ship, which will take another point of damage because he rolled fairly well on that. Cosmos.
Yes.
It is your turn, sir.
All right. So I've got a skill that would help with this.
Yes.
If I use Analyze Target,
Yes.
I make an alertness skill test against the willpower or cleverness of a target. At a success, I learn a valuable piece of information about them, such as their rank, specific skill, or defense score, and this gives me an edge when I'm trying to attack them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because of some of the other abilities you have.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna make that against the closest target to me.
Okay. That is currently Thrust, who came in for a strafing attack.
All right. So for Analyze Targets, that is an alertness skill check. What do I roll for alertness? That's under smart.
That'll be under your smarts.
So that's smarts is 8, alertness is a d4. So d20 plus d4.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I have got a 20 on the d20.
Okay.
And a 1 on the d4.
That will overcome both his willpower and cleverness, no matter which he decided to use. So, what of those things do you want to know about him? I believe believe at your level you can learn 2 things.
Okay. What will be handy for me to know? Looks like if I have a perk called Inform Accuracy, when you attack a creature that you've used Analyze Target on in the system, you gain an upshift in the attack roll equal to the number of times you've used Analyze Target against them.
Yes, you can use analyze target multiple times, up to 3 times against someone.
Okay.
But currently you have 1 on thrust, so you'll get an upshift on attacks against him.
What would be useful for me to know?
What his defenses are, what kind of armor he's got. The list is there.
What's his armor? What kind of defenses does he have?
Okay. He has a toughness of 18,
Mm-hmm.
an evasion of 19, a 16 willpower, and a 15 cleverness. Beside he is not currently donned in any special armor.
Okay. So I can do one of these a turn, or can I do multiple of these in a turn?
What does it say under analyze target?
Under analyze target, it says make an alert and a skill test against.
What is like in terms of like standard action, free
standard or move?
Okay, so yeah, you can do that as either a move action or a standard action. So in this case, if you use it as a move action, you can then do a standard action to an attack, or do the evasive maneuvers with the shuttle.
You should probably do the evasive maneuvers with the shuttle again. So,
okay. So you will do that.
All right, fair enough. Roll a d20.
You don't need to roll the evasive. You're just saying you're doing evasive maneuvers.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. That is the end of Cosmos's turn. That'll bring us to Dirge. Who attempts to shoot you again? Oh, not with an 8, he won't. Those evasive maneuvers are really coming in clutch. Bumblebee, it is your turn. I believe this is the final round you are afraid of Dirge. Never mind, you're not afraid of Dirge.
No.
To hell with that.
However, the leader of this little expedition is getting shot again because he's wounded.
Yes.
That is...
Do you want to aim or anything?
Yes, I'm doing the aiming for the 2.
Okay.
That was a 20 unnatural.
Oh, dirty 20 to thrust will certainly blast him. Yes. The ship cannons. He's going to take more damage. He's not going to like that, meaning he's going to have to roll morale when it gets to his next turn. Anything else?
I will essentially, I'm trying to come up with a plan here. You got ideas, Cosmos?
We can pull a crazy Ivan and try to ram him.
How about do a crazy Ivan and try to get them to fly past us?
Well, we could do that. Okay.
Is there anywhere we can go evasive there? Cosmos?
Are you asking me to make more evasive maneuvers? We did that once.
Well, I'm just talking about, anything we can do like cloud banks, low flying islands.
It is late December. As you are approaching northern eastern seaboard, you've got clouds.
Can we take advantage of the cloud banks and hide in them?
You can attempt to do that 100%.
Can I spend a story point to make it a thunder snow?
You can, in fact, spend a story point to affect the current condition.
I will affect the current condition.
Okay.
I'm going to make this a thunder snow.
Okay.
So that gives them a we're going to fly right into essentially a snowstorm and a thunderstorm at the same time.
Okay.
We'd be crazy to do that.
That is, you will spend a story point to affect the conditions of the scene. Very well. So yes, you look around. You can see a particularly volatile set of winter clouds over in that direction. So you'll bank your ship and head that way. That brings us to Ramjet's turn. He's like, they're trying to make an escape. I'll get them. As he attempts to ram you, because he is a one-trick pony. And with a 13, he will... let me check the defenses of the ship. It's,
Don't forget, we are enshrouded now by the self-feeling gray clouds of the snowstorm.
He's just going to miss. Just. So, yeah, Ramjet is coming in fast on your tail, intending to smash into your ship to divert you from being able to use the clouds as cover. But for you will just hit the clouds and then bank off your standard course, and you will feel him fly by, like missing you by feet. You could feel it. You could feel it through the hole. Do you want Grimlock to do anything?
What options do we have left in the Grimlock?
He has one remaining.
He can rampage.
Yeah, he can rampage, which basically lets you use a might-based melee attack when you've done a normal attack or normal action.
What do you think, Bumblebee?
I think it's use it or lose it right now.
Yep, let's do it.
It's been the last of the... And go Grimlock, smash.
Right. Okay. So you are going to use that. Either of you could potentially use that when it comes to your turn.
Okay.
So, Thrust follows and attempts to find you.
Doesn't he need a morale check?
You're right. You're correct. Thrust has to make his morale check from the damage he took. So, with a 19 on the D20, and yeah, he's honestly good. They're gonna get away. Starscream's gonna have our head for this. Find them. Find them. So that was this morale check. He's now going to make an alertness test to try and find you. Cosmos, could you please make me okay, you're going to get I'm going to give you an edge for being in the clouds for favorable terrain.
Okay.
Give me a driving test in place of infiltration.
A driving test what?
In place of infiltration.
All right, 19.
Because you're trying to keep the thrusters low so their noise doesn't attract you and get lost in the thunder sleet cloud.
Okay. Am I rolling with a D8 or a D6 for the
it's just your normal driving
okay.
with an edge. So the edge gives you roll 2d20 and take the best.
Oh, 2d20 hit the best. Okay. Hang on 1 sec. My first d20 roll was a 19. Doing my second. Oh, holy shit! My second one's 20. So
okay. And that combined with your skill test?
Skill test would be what?
Your D6?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the D6. Let's see what I rolled for that. Let's get a D6 up. Roll it. Oh, shit. I got it. This online dice roller is starting to wig me out. I got a 6 on the D6.
That's a critical.
Yeah.
So you get a 26, and it counts as a crit. Okay. They're going to have a hard time finding you. All right. So Thrust attempts to find you with his roll. He only gets a 10. So Thrust has not successfully found you. Cosmos, it is your turn. So you can attempt to casually fly away. I am going to need you to make a driving test to attempt to avoid the hazards of the thunder sleet, because you have driving winds and lightning going off around you. So it is potential you might, if you roll poorly, the shuttle may take some damage.
Okay. Let's do it. All right. D20 was 13. D6 was 4. So that's a combined total of 17.
17 is plenty to avoid the hazard DC I had set in my mind. Okay.
And I guess this is when I could have Grimlock Rampage.
Yes. Give me a might skill test.
Okay. Might skill test.
That's under strength.
Yeah, looking. All right, so I have 2 in strength. My brawn is plus D4, so it's D20 plus D4. Is that correct?
Okay, yeah, we can use that in place.
Okay. D4 is a 2, D20 is an 11.
Okay. So that is a total of 13. 1 second here. Let me see if you can get lucky with any of these guys. Unfortunately, that is not going to be a hit on either of them, as they are far too maneuverable for that. So yeah, you're flying through the clouds, looking for them as much as they're looking for you. You catch a glimpse of one of them, and you try to hip check them with your shuttle. Okay. But you will not manage to hit them, and for the most part, you believe you have successfully disappeared into the clouds. Let me make perception rolls for both Dirge and Ramjet, and if they cannot find you, then you may be able to escape in the next turn. So just a moment.
Okay.
I would like to spend an energon point, by the way, right now.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I want to activate my ability, if I can, called Disappear. It's a free action. 1 energon point. I spend an energon point and to turn invisible until the end of your turn.
Okay.
I'll play a story point if I need to make it work for the shuttle.
Give me a technology skill test to see if you can interface your system with the shuttle. With the use of that story point, you can make the technology roll as if you are specialized.
Okay, I don't have technology.
Okay.
So I guess it's a snag.
Yes.
But doesn't story points get rid of... Oh. Get rid of snags or
Energon points ignore snag.
spend 2 Energon points.
You can. If you have them available.
Spend both of them.
Okay.
That'll give me a 18.
An 18? Okay. It's a risky gambit. You might blow out the systems, but you've had to do risky things in the past. You get your data jack, plug it into your stealth systems, and turn the ship invisible.
Yeah, now they have to look for the invisible ship.
So now I'm going to give them
Wonder
snag.
Woman, get your heart out.
Now I'm going to give them snag in addition to the downshifts they were suffering for trying to find you. So that's a 5. And that's a 10, which is not going to do it. So on the next round, you will be able to evade them and lose them because of the Thunder Sleet. Your ship will rumble and churn a bit as the Thunder Sleet interacts poorly with your metallic hull. But otherwise, you think you've managed to escape. And I don't know if you're trying to say anything, Mike, because you are muted.
Sorry about that. Give me the situation one more time.
You believe that you have lost them for the time being.
All right. We stay inside, blind by instruments, and try to get away to the rendezvous point.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. Sounds like I'm playing a radio broadcast.
Okay. Give me one last infiltration skill test. I will let either of you roll this. Bumblebee, you can. I know it's your specialty.
Okay. I'll have to go ahead and do the Bumblebee. You probably get better skills than I've got.
Can I use my free actions to boost it, or?
There is no way to boost this other than the use of story points or energon points, and I don't know how many more of those. Actually, let's see. You have 2 story points left, but I don't know if you have any energon left.
No energon.
After all that.
Yeah. I will try. All right, let's try this. Okay, that's a 20, a natural.
Okay. And one last check for them. 10, no. 4, no. 2, no. You believe you have successfully evaded the patrol. Can we get out of all the diving and maneuvering is making whatever I ate earlier not sit well.
Take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning.
What's aspirin? Are your systems down again?
We're playing the kits.
I see. Someone needs to ratchet fix that to get you an entirely new vocal system rather than just fixing it. So, having successfully evaded the Decepticon patrol, you will use the cloud cover to hide to hide your way along until you are able to arrive to your rendezvous point and land. There is a huge reception for you. There are a number of soldiers who look on with curious faces at what the shuttle is here for, and when they see it is full of crates and packages from their friends, family, and loved ones, all wrapped up in bright, shiny packages and red, and gold, and silver, and tinsel, and ribbon, and all that. It's the look on their face. You can tell that as much hell as they've been going through in combat, they really appreciate this, and their morale is just boosted. There are many, many Merry Christmases and Happy Hanukkahs and all manner of holiday well wishes shared, because the soldiers come from all walks of life.
Please think of us as your giant robotic. Your planet has a variety of red-themed authority figures. Just pick the one that is most enduring to you, and that is us.
Thank you. This is a great boon.
Yeah.
One of the men who will personally thank your team will be General Hawk Abernathy of the Earth Defense Command, formerly G.I. Joe.
General Hawk.
Who will shake hands with Bumblebee, shake a finger of Cosmos, since you're so big. It's good to finally put a face to a name there, Cosmos.
Indeed, sir. We've been communicating for a while. I appreciate your test matches.
Well, looking forward to the next one.
It's lonely up in space.
Well, hopefully, with the good you've done here, we'll be able to send the cons packing sooner than later.
Well, good to talk to you, sir. Have a joyous Kwanzaa.
Happy holidays to you. I don't know what, if anything, you Autobots celebrate, but whatever it be, I wish you well.
That's endearing and diplomatic, sir. I appreciate that from you. So, Bumblebee, you want to talk to the good general before we knock off here?
This is Hector Ramirez wishing you a happy Hanukkah and a Merry Christmas.
And there is a huge laugh track as everyone laughs. The end credits roll, and happy holidays, happy New Year. Pans across the screen as we bring the session to a close.
All right, that was a good time. Thank you very much, sir. That was fun.
I'm glad everyone had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Happy holidays to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Happy New Year, as we are less than a week away from that. I hope that 2026 serves us all better than the last year has. I know it's been rough for quite a few people out there. So hopefully we can turn everything around and look for a better future.
Indeed. Scott, any last words?
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Okay. And on that happy note, thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you next time on. Oh wait, coming up on the BAMF podcast, we have an actual play of TMNT and Other Strangeness. We'll be uploading that here shortly. So
I'm looking forward to watching that. I have honestly not played that game in decades. TMNT was the first RPG I ever bought with my own money, and the second RPG I played. The first being the Marvel face rip system.
We played it pretty fast and loose. We didn't get the Palladium system. We didn't let the Palladium system get in the way of having a good time.
Same
Let me say that.
here, Jacob. By the way, it was also the first one I ever bought with my own money, and it was my second one after Dungeons and Dragons.
All right.
All right, guys. We're signing off. Thanks, folks. We'll catch you next time on the BAMF. Not the BAMF.